In this video we're going to cover how much it costs for a 20-year-old or someone in the similar age, few years on the no claims, to drive a Mdercedes SLK 200 compressor. So starting out on price, these cars, for what you get in the car you get for the price range, right? I was looking and I had about £2,800 to the budget, and honestly I couldn't have bought a better car. You've heard it all before: supercharger, lightweight, rear-wheel drive, roadster, hardtop convertible, you know the score. But in terms of price, you're looking at about anywhere from £2,500 up to £5,000 for a decent model. And for a car that was costing £100,000 when it first came out, and you had to get a reservation in to get the car, I think it's fairly impressive, to be honest, so get one. Next subject, insurance. So insurance for me as a 20-year-old with 3 years no claims, 3 points on the licence for speeding, I'm paying about £2,000 a year, which comes to about £185 a month. This is going to vary for many different people, and it's depending on your area, so on and so forth, you know the score. If you're watching from America, I know you all drive bloody Dodge Challengers, SRTs, 3-litre monsters, so I doubt you have much worry about insurance over there. I could be wrong, or you could just be careless with money. Probably a bit of both. But when it comes to insurance, this is really going to vary, so I can only give you my perspective on that. But that covers insurance. Now the next big boy subject is fuel in the car. How much a month does it cost to fuel the Mdercedes SLK 200 compressor? So I drive this car daily, which means it does cost a bit on fuel. The average mark is about 39 miles to the gallon if you drive it sensibly, which I don't. And if you drive it unsensibly, it's 19 miles to the gallon. So I'm going to make an average estimate and say I do about 15 miles to the gallon, judging the fact that I fill this thing up every bloody 4 or 5 days. And a full tank of fuel is costing me £69, just under that. So if you're in America, that's going to be $90 for a full tank. So it's not terrible, it's above the average, but you know, it's a fun car. If you like cars, you should be willing to pay the price. And again, we are back with the budget setup. In the rainy land of Wales, we got the lamp and the tripod. So I was thinking of shooting some angles regardless of the rain, but I'm going to keep it on the back of the car now. I'll try and keep the edit nice and funky, keep it fun. But as you can see, we've been dealt the short end of the stick with the weather today. Next subject is a bit of a tough one for me. First of all, frick the government, right? They have enough tax off me as it is, and they have enough tax off everyone, but you know, they got their hands in everyone's pockets. Enough of that. But tax on the car. In the UK, annually, you're looking at about £345 a year for the car, but I am paying monthly at the moment, which is costing me about £32 a month. So I haven't done the maths, and I'm not too good at it, so I'm not going to try. I think it's about 360 something like that. But yeah, that's another expense which I don't like talking about. But let's move on before I get a bit too sour towards the tax man. So next subject, I'm going to talk about condition wise. Now if you're sensible looking at these cars, make sure you look at underneath the car. The exhaust system can tend to rust, but us car boys like to change that, and ladies. But yeah, these cars are notorious for rust. It's not making me very happy that it's out in the rain at the moment, but I'm driving to work back and forth in it this week. I went off and it has decided to rain. But yeah, this can contribute to cost, because if you want to buy one of these cars and you want to get it looking nice, you're going to have to treat the rust and get it painted ideally. So I don't know how much that's going to cost, but take into account that this may be an expense. Another expense you're going to be looking at is these bad boys, tyres, especially the rear tyres. As a rear wheel drive car, if you drive it like I do, you're looking about, let's say you're going to change them twice a year at least. And for the tyres I've got, Michelin all roads, you're looking at about £370 every twice a year. So take that into account, put it in your monthly budget, and it's a mod that's worth doing, because you always got to look after your tyres. It's one of the best mods. And last but not least, on expenses, this is a serious one, especially on the German cars. These things are extremely reliable, time and chain the lot. You won't have much issues at all with them. They're well engineered cars, but you must service them at least every 1,000 miles. And on the SLK, what I'm paying for a service is about £260. I don't actually take it to a garage. I change the oil filters and I do the oil myself. And then every couple, 2,500 miles, I'll take it into a garage, have the checkovers, and so on and so forth. So, you know, if you're driving it 4,000 miles a year, that could be £1,000 a year in services. So just get the bloody car jacks out, buy some oil, buy some filters, some gaskets, and change them over every now and then. And I got a video like that coming for you soon, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you how you can service this car. So if you are genuinely thinking about buying one of these, first thing I got to say is do it. It's one of the most fun cars I've ever had. I've never had a rear wheel drive car before, and I'm making good use of it. My tyres ain't liking it, but enough of that. Just give me a message, drop your comments. If you've got any queries or anything, either drop my Instagram a message or just comment below, and I will be sure enough to answer. Thank you for watching today's video, and I hope you take care. Bye.